Welcome to voice lesson number 3, the battle for a healthy voice. I'm David Moyer, and my number for comments or just to talk further, texting or call is 208-620-6175. 208-620-6175. My wife and I live in Post Falls, Idaho, and in this lesson, we're going to expand the understanding of mental awareness, posture, and breath, and apply it to singing. We'll sing some yawn sighs, and then we're going to try to do some of the melody of Deck the Halls, and then we'll try with a loo rather, and then we'll try actually singing the words, which is very difficult because there are so many changes to the singing sound when you have words. Many. Okay, here we go. So mental awareness, how am I going to sing? I'm going to sing beautifully and freely. I talked in the last lesson about what beautiful is. Well, I was taught it was the sound of a dove, the sound of a nightingale. And then I commented that in today's world, some people think a crow or a blackbird sounds very good. Ah! Ah! In fact, once I was doing singing birthday greetings and singing Valentine's. And I went to do a singing birthday greeting, and I'd never had anybody tell me to stop singing, that I sounded terrible. But this particular lady, I walked into the office and began to sing to her, and she told me, "Stop! You sound awful." Well, at first, because I'd trained for many years, and had never had that said, I had to go to the Lord in prayer because I was pretty upset. In fact, I was even kind of fleshly angry. But then I paused, thought to myself, and asked her what I was thinking. "Ma'am, who's your favorite singer?" And she said, "Mick Jagger, Jimi Hendrix." I said, "What about women?" "Janis Joplin." Well, I knew right away I didn't have a chance of being able to sing to this lady because she wanted this kind of thing. "Happy birthday to you," like that. And I wasn't going to do that. Jimi Hendrix, Mick Jagger, Mick isn't singing anymore today, neither is Steven Tyler. And to the best of my knowledge, Janis Joplin stopped singing a long time ago. That's because she passed away. The drug culture was a terrible thing. Anyway, here we go. Mental awareness. Beautifully. The way you want it to be beautiful, if you don't know how it should sound, is to just make sure that your neck is comfortably loose, your jaw is nice and loose. Have a little bit of a smile, like you're hiding a gift someone's looking for. Then, make sure that the Adam's apple, epiglottis, we call it the Adam's apple, your finger, index finger, is on top of it, on the ledge. Gulp 3 times. At some point, you won't have to leave this here anymore, your pointer finger, because you'll know. But here we go. Leaving it there, putting an H in front, we kind of think, okay, maybe a bird pitch, like a robin. Hoo! Hoo! And we do that. While we're doing it, we think, how does it feel? And how does it sound? Now, it's going to sound very strange. When I studied voice in 1967, and I began in that year with Lyle W. Moore, who became, well, he was one of the most famous voice teachers in the Northwest and probably one of the best in the world at his time. He had me singing and understanding this. What you hear between your ears is not going to sound good to you for a long time. In fact, it's going to sound so bad or different or strange that it would be like if you knew what your mother put in a recipe and you were to eat it for dinner, well, if you were eating it and then she told you what it was, well, you might throw up. Or if you found out what it was before dinner, say, Mom, I can't eat that. Like snails or worms, maybe cockroaches, or fried ants, grasshoppers, something, cow's tongue, cow heart. That doesn't work for me. Maybe it does for you, but that's what you're going to hear between your ears. It's going to sound that strange. Now, I have a wonderful student in Arizona who just figured that out. She's 14. Her name is Caitlin, and she is really coming along. Her friends have always told her, since she developed her voice around 12, it began, of course, to grow into her womanhood, and her voice began to sound more like a grown woman. Her friends said, you should be an opera singer. Well, I agree, but I think she could be just about any kind of singer she wants. You study my pure bel canto, original bel canto, which in today's world is actually by many called bel canto, but it's not taught correctly, you'll be able to have a huge range, perhaps of 4 octaves to 5 or more octaves, really. And then you'll be able to sing with louds and softs, getting louder, which means crescendo, or getting softer gradually, which means decrescendo, lots of ranges, different keys, because you'll have learned how to do it right, okay? So here we go. Mental awareness, beautiful and pretty. Posture, rib cage comfortably high. Here we go. Do that 3 times, then land on a note and sing it. That's how you do it. And my voice, as I've told you, is damaged, but it's not too bad for a 74-year-old man after several surgeries. Anyway, we're going to go on now, and we're going to sing with Lou's Deck the Halls. I'll start on the same pitches we did in our first lesson, a G, below middle C for the men and women who can sing there, and a G for the men and women and boys and girls. I didn't mention that too. You can do this too, but it goes like this. It's quite low for me. And my voice, as I said, has been having some trouble because of allergies and esophageal reflux, which is acid coming out of your stomach and trying to eat your vocal bands. Doing the best I can. If you want to hear me really sing, look up American Music Academy and listen to my wife and I sing when we were in our early 40s, and our song on there is Sweet Little Jesus Boy. I'm playing guitar, we both sing, you'll hear a very different sound. So now after the Lou's, women going, Lou, 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 Lou. Now we're going to try that much with words. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. Now I'm opening a little too wide because I'm looking at myself as I'm recording this. The amount that the mouth should be open should be just a tiny bit more than natural gravity if you let your jaw go. Deck the halls with boughs of... Okay, and that's hard for me to sing. You women will handle that well. Now we're going to go all the way through the first verse, and then we'll be done for today. I'm going to raise the key where I'm comfortable. So I'm coming up from a G to the B below middle C, and I'm in the key of E. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Toll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. You keep practicing that with your who. And when you can, you try to, instead of do who, do your other 5 vowel sounds. Who, hey, he, ho, and ha. And I'll see you for the next lesson. Fa la 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 la.